What's up, traders? This is Matt with Conservative Trades. Hope everybody's doing all right today. As you can see, I'm ending the day down $113.61. Still having a rough time in the markets, guys. And, honestly, at this point, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. For those of you who are regular attendees of the live stream, don't worry, I'll be back here tomorrow. But, I'm going to really need to see some kind of turnaround this week. If not, it's, I'm kind of getting to that place to where I'm either A, going to go back into simulation for a while, or B, I might just get away and clear my head for a while. And, I would hate to do that. I know that you guys who are coming to the live stream and coming to the channel on a regular basis, I know you guys are enjoying it, and I'm trying to give good content, but at the end of the day, guys, I'm really not giving the best content right now. And I have to be honest with myself, and I owe it to you guys to be transparent enough to say, hey, I might need to go back to the drawing board. I might need to take a break for a while and rework some things and, then maybe come back, because I want this to be worth your while, but it's also got to be worth my while, right? If it gets to that place to where, and I've been to this place before, and this is why I say what I'm saying right now. I've been to this place where I've had to just walk away. And, that's one thing that I think that day traders should do sometimes, that day traders don't do enough of. And I think about all the many day traders out there who have blown their accounts and who are no longer able to trade in the markets. Like, what would have happened if they had just taken some time off? And I've done this multiple times in my career where I've just walked away. I've just walked away from the markets. I've cleared my head. I didn't even watch the markets. I gave myself a genuine break. And, typically at the end of those periods, I would come back and I would do a little bit of simulation trading, and I would, retest my strategy, make sure everything's working, and just make sure that I am trading completely detached from my emotions. Because honestly, if we really think about this, at the end of the day, that's what a lot of this comes down to. I know, at least for myself. Like I said, guys, and again, those of you who have been following the channel on a regular basis, you've heard me say this multiple times in the last week. May was a great month, and I did really good, and we made a lot of progress in May, and I've pretty much given it back. And so I think that's something that needs to be taken seriously, and I think that's something that needs to be looked at. And coming back to the emotions of it, I know that it has had a lot to do with my own emotions and my lack of discipline. Last Monday, first day in the markets in June, we were starting a brand new month, and I was so confident from how well we did in May that I came in with too many expectations too quickly, and I kind of came out the gates like a cowboy, and I got burned. I got burned bad, and I think I've just been an emotional wreck ever since. And you can tell. I've been in these slumps before. This is usually how it happens. It starts by taking a really great loss, and then I'm just an emotional wreck after that. It's followed, those really big losing days are oftentimes followed by multiple losing days, and just a really difficult time getting back to green on a regular basis. And so, can I turn the ship around? I've done it many times before. I'm sure that I can, and I'm hopeful that I can. And I'm even going to try. I've got one last thing that I'm going to try starting tomorrow. One last thing I'm going to try, and hopefully this will help me turn things around. And what I'm going to try tomorrow is I'm going to try to come in here and not trade the open at all. At all. And I'll say this, there is a caveat to this, because the markets really are way overextended. If we pull up the SPY here, we really are, guys. We are so far overextended. And you can look here on the daily. Typically when this chart pattern forms, we have an opportunity to make a good solid move down, and we could get a really solid retracement back to this 9 EMA. Okay, and I wouldn't be surprised, because we're definitely butting up on some critical daily levels here. You can see right here where we've kind of run up to a lot of these levels back here, and we've made such a parabolic V-shaped recovery that, and we keep saying, and I think everybody's saying it, and everybody's waiting for that day, for that time, for it to happen when we really do get a good, healthy pullback. And we've had a couple of these pullbacks. You can see up here, we had a pretty healthy pullback here. We had a healthy pullback here, but really nothing that I think is fitting enough of a pullback for a move that like this. Okay, everybody was expecting a round bottom recovery to begin with. But anyway, I don't want to get too deep into the assessment of the overall markets. But what I do want to say is just to continue to make my point. I think the only caveat is if it's just very clear that we are in a really nice bearish pullback of a day. Okay, so because here's the thing, that's when some of the best moves are made. And so if it looks like we're going to have one of those days tomorrow, and if we have a perfect, I mean, it's got to be a perfect A plus quality setup on a stock, then I may take it out the gates with maybe just very small share size and just see what it does. On the other hand, so that's the only caveat. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to trade the market open. I'm going to wait for things to settle down, and I'm going to look for other types of setups that come later in the morning, because it seems like here lately that has been what has served me the best. AMD, this is a trade I took right out of the gates, and I got wrecked on it. But then BYND came into play, and I got a really nice move on BYND, and I didn't even take that many shares. You can see, did pretty well. But same thing with Boeing. Got a couple nice scalps on Boeing, and I've noticed that the last few days that I have been red, I've made most of the recovery of those red days, or if they were red to green days, or red days that I greatly ended up greatly reducing. They were trades that just came later in the day. Now, typically, late mornings is not my strong point, and so and really, if you really look at this, I mean, this is really afternoon trades. I definitely cut out trading for a while. I came back around 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I made some of those trades on BYND. So it might be one of those things where I need to look towards early afternoon. But I don't know. I think tomorrow, like I said, I'm just going to come in here and I'm not going to worry about trading the open. I'm going to watch how the markets play out. Again, pending that there's no kind of really, crazy bearish looking moves being made with the overall markets tomorrow. And like I said, if I do decide to trade the open, it will be with very small share size. But I think I'm going to come in and I'm going to just try taking trades later on. I'm going to be a little more patient. I'm going to try to wait for better setups. And really, guys, when I started this channel, that's kind of what I wanted it to be about anyway. I wanted to, because I had developed a really good strategy actually that did not really involve trading the market open. I've really only, when I started the channel, I think was kind of where I started trading the market open more again, because I really felt like that's what people want to see. I was trying to produce good content. People like when you're catching moves really quickly out the gates, and then you get these huge moves, and and it was doing well at the time. But in these market conditions, it just hasn't been. It hasn't been. So I'm going to try to be more patient, and we'll see how it goes. And hopefully we will be able to turn this around. And if not, like I said, best thing I can do for other traders out there is lead by example. And I know it's not going to be good, if I end up taking a break and just walking away for a while and just completely clearing my head, like I've had to do before, because there's a lot of you who enjoy the live stream, and I know that's not what you want to happen. It's not what I want to happen either. But like I said, I started this channel because I wanted to be a voice of encouragement and a voice of reason in this space, and I wanted it to be beneficial for other people. And I really felt like I had something to offer at the time. But here lately, again, I don't feel like that so much. And, you guys may be enjoying it, and you may be fine watching me lose money every day. but listen, at some point, like I said, it's got to be beneficial for me too. And I know how I am, and I know how I think. And I think sometimes, like I said, I think the most responsible thing that I might be able to do is just walk away for a while and then come back and, crank things back up, and hopefully it would be for the better in that regards. But, anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Hopefully, like I said, we'll be able to turn this ship around, And I will be back here tomorrow, guys. Looking forward to seeing you then. And hope you all have a great evening. Take care.